How's it going, guys? It's Ricky again, and today I'm bringing you a deck profile of my Burning Abyss. So let's get straight into it. So one graph. It's obviously limited. Summons from deck. It's really good. 2 copies of CS, semi-limited, so you can't run any more. I prefer this over graph because late game this is really crucial, whereas graph comes kind of dead near the end of the game. But yeah, both of them are very crucial to the deck and need to run as many as you can. I run Trouble Scarm, he's your searcher, he's kind of standard, everybody knows you have to run Trouble Scarm. Triple Farfa. I know a lot of people play 2, I think more people have been playing 3 lately, but I really like 3 Farfa. Farfa wins you a lot of games. If you're going into time, it wins you games. If you're pushing for OTKs, it wins you games. It's really good, and I would not play any less than 3. 2 Alec. I don't really like Alec, but you can dump it off Beatrice, and it's another name special summon from your hand, and it's a good target to banish with Barbar as well, so I run 2 Alecs. Speaking of Barbar, we run 2 Barbars. He's 1700, and he's really good late game, he's good in time, and he's just good in general. He's a nice little card to have, so I run 2 Barbars. Just the 1 Libic, it's not great. I mean, if you got Beatrice out, I guess so. But yeah, I only like the 1 Libic. 1 Calcab, again it's not great, it bounces a back row, but it's not great, but it's another name you can special summon. And for the last of the Burning Abyss monsters, I run 1 Rubik, just to help make the Virgil. Got triple Fiendish Rhino Warrior, obviously a relatively new card to the deck, and it's really good. It stops your fiends from getting destroyed, which includes Avanti's Fiend, which is in the side deck. Dumps any Burning Abyss to grave when it goes itself, so Rhino's really good at 3, you can't run any less than that. The 1 Tour Guide, yeah, obviously you run this, I don't need to say much else about it. I run the Speedroid engine, 3 Terratops, 1 Tackle and Tomborg. I wasn't originally, and the only reason I put it in is because I had some cards in the deck that I didn't really like. So I took those out and put in this engine. It's working quite nicely, and it's all down to preference if you run these or not, but if you open the Terratop, it is a really good opening usually. I run Kaijus. I run 1 Turtle, 1 Spider and 1 Moth. This is because I run the Kaiju Slumber. I can dump it off the Beatrice, which is really nice, and just get rid of problem cards, which is again really nice. And if you have one on your side of the field, you can always banish it with Farfar, make your plays, and then have it return at the end phase where you got Exceeds out, so nothing gets destroyed. And for the last of the monsters, just a double maxi, just, you know, slow people down, help us with consistency, whatever it may be. Onto spells, 2 Twin Twisters. I think everybody knows by now, Twin Twisters is really good in Burning Abyss. Blow up 2 back row, you discard a card, and usually get the effect off the discard, so Twin Twisters is really nice. Double Dark Hole, field destruction, and we usually get effects off it, so Dark Hole is kind of needed in the deck. 1 Foolish, send any monster you like, Fiendish Rhino, Graph, Seer, Farfa, Scarm, anything, and you get advantage. And last but not least for the spells, Interrupt the Kaiju Slumber. This is just acts as another Dark Hole, and it summons a Kaiju to either side of the field, and when it's in grave you can banish it to search for a Kaiju. You usually don't want to draw it, you would rather make a Beatrice and send it to the grave that way, and next turn banish it and get a Kaiju. But it works really nicely, and I do like the Kaijus in this build. Onto the traps. Going back to the sort of older Burning Abyss deck profiles it used to be, Triple Horn of Heaven. I know a lot of people have dropped this, but I really like it. You negate an inherent summon by tributing a monster, and then obviously with the tribute, you get effects off it. So it's really nice, but you have to start these out if you obviously sign in Massacre Restricts, because then you can't tribute anything. And then for the last of the traps, 1 Torrential Tribute, just the same as Dark Hole really, we get the effects, and it's Mass Destruction, and the warning, because it's Solemn Warning, is such a good card right now. Onto the extra deck. 3 Dantes. It's what makes the deck run. You need to run 3 of these. I'm kind of in fear that it's going to get hit to 1 on the next ban list, but who knows. So yeah, run 3 Dantes while you still can. I run 2 Beatrice. I don't run 3 because I feel like you never need to make 3. If you need to make 3 Beatrice, you're probably not going to win that game. Like, you're using so many resources to make the Beatrices, it's not ideal. So I like 2 Beatrice, and it's not too often I have to make both, so I think 2 is a good number. 1 Nightmare Shark attacks directly. It's good late game, it's good if you're in time, so Nightmare Shark I think you have to run. Grample's 2800 defense, which is really nice. It's good in the mirror match. If you've bricks, you just make this and sit on it. And obviously it pops back row as well. That's a Golem. It's 3k, and it is decent. I mean, with like Dark Holes, Kaiju Slumber, Torrential Tribute deck, it's easy enough to get rid of it anyway. You could even far for it. Sorry, far for it. So yeah, I like Asagol. 1 Giga Brilliant, which we use to go straight into Corbage. If you don't know what Digital Bug Corbage does, it detaches 2 off a rank 3 Light Insect, so you detach 2 off the Giga Brilliant to rank up into this. And then once per turn, detach 1 and shuffle a defense position monster into the deck. So it's good in mirror matches, shuffle away Beatrice and Dante's, and it's just good against anything that might be a defense that's been a struggle. 1 Guy Dragon, just for the piercing damage. We can overlay the Corbage, we can overlay the Beatrice, so that's in there just for the extra damage output. 1 F-Zero, this card wins games, it's really good, and yeah, I like 1 F-Zero. 1 Virgil, we were in the Rubik, and Virgil's, we don't make him too often, but for the situations where we need him, it's definitely worth running. 1 Pilgrim is what you bring out with the Beatrice, pretty much, and just gives you good advantage, can't be targeted, 2/8, feels like a Cosmo monster. And 1 Dark Claw. We don't have mass change in the deck, but we have it in the side deck, so I have the Dark Claw in the extra deck just for when I need to side the mass changes in. Onto the side deck. Triple Vanty's Fiends. Card's ridiculous. If you go first in game 2, you special summon a Burn Abyss. You do all your plays, you try and make a Dante, maybe 2 Dantes, and you just tribute summon this, and it's pretty much a good game from there, unless they have like an immediate out to it. So Vanty's Fiend is really good, it's won me quite a lot of games on its own. 2 Flying Sea, just for those matchups that we need to use them, like the sort of more rogue matchups, I guess, like Tellers and stuff like that. Draco Powers a little bit. Mirror match, obviously, you side them in. The mass change 2s that I was talking about, you can make Dark Law, and you get an effect off the discard as well, so yeah, that's really nice. New addition to the side deck, 2 Crush cards, and this is because at my locals there's quite a few Burn Abyss players, and they're also sided in the Vanty's Fiends. This is the out to the Vanty's Fiends, so that's the reason I've got them in. 2 anti-spells, it's good right now. Any Pendulum deck, Monarchs, it's pretty good against as well, so I like 2 anti-spells. 2 Massacre of Strict, I was playing 3, took 1 out for the one of the Crush cards because, again, Monarchs can run Vanty's Fiend spell as well as Majesty's Fiend, so I'd rather have the Crush card there as an out rather than doing this to try and just completely stop them. And to round it off, 2 Iron Walls. I would like to replace these with System Downs, but I'm still not too sure on it, because this works against Cosmo and Monarch, but I feel like System Down is more effective. So that's my deck profile, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully in a week or 2 I'll have a Yang Zing deck profile up. There's just a couple more cards I need to get for it, but once I do, I'll bring that to you. And thank you all for watching.